Hey guys, welcome back to the Wall Street Bull. Anthony here. I hope you're all doing well and staying positive out there. It is never a dull and boring moment in crypto and finance. That is why I love doing daily market updates. Now today, ladies and gentlemen, it is the 25th of April. It is Anzac Day. So before we get into anything crypto and finance, big shout out and big love to those who have served in the armed forces and that are currently serving in the armed forces here in Australia and around the world. So thank you very much for your service, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm sure all of us do as well. So lest we forget, all right? Big respect to everyone. Now, obviously, we're getting into the news. Now, we've got updates in relation to the Ripple vs. SEC lawsuit as well. That is a given on my channel. I mean, I'm so bullish on the project. It's absolutely mind-blowing. We've also got updates in relation to Coinbase now officially filing a lawsuit against the SEC for regulatory clarity in the United States, which is absolutely bullish. I'm very happy to see Brian Armstrong actually doing that now, taking on Gary Gensler and his absolutely ridiculous goon squad, to be quite honest. We've got institutional investors now pouring a lot of money into ETHEREUM, obviously after the Chappelle upgrade, which obviously was successful. And again, institutions are now turning to cryptocurrencies because banks and institutions are not paying any interest. No-brainer. Obviously, Bitcoin has dipped down below that 30K level. It's still hovering around $27,000 at the time of recording. US dollars, mind you, as well. So I'm still taking this opportunity to dollar cost average when there's buying opportunities. This is when I like to buy. Now, let's get into everything, guys. Massive shout out and thank you to every single one of you who have subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Now, if you are new, make sure you smash the subscribe button down there and turn on that little bell notification as well, because as you can see right here, I love documenting my journey with investing with cryptos, dividend stocks, growth stocks, talking about passive income, building financial freedom, and of course, my goal at the end of the day is to build generational wealth. So come along this incredible journey. There is a lot happening in the space. It's absolutely getting wild. Also, if you can give this video a thumbs up, watch it straight through, it would really help me push this channel out to a lot more people, because the YouTube algorithm is absolute magic when you find, ladies and gentlemen, do that, all right? So give it a good old thumbs up. Doesn't cost you anything. It's down there. Thank you very much. You guys absolutely rock. Also, little disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own research and due diligence with this stuff. Do not want to see anyone get financially hurt. That is why my number one golden rule is I only invest what I can afford to lose. And yes, we don't like to lose. You can lose money like that in the blink of an eye in crypto. So please be careful out there. Do your own research and due diligence. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Right, ladies and gentlemen, the formalities are out of the way. Let's go straight to the community tab. These were the altcoins up in my portfolio today. We had OMI, CFX, Electronium, which I'm very bullish on, Luna, Classic, and Telcoin right here. Now, Telcoin is a bit flat. I literally haven't seen this in the charts for a long time, but OMI token as well. The whole thing with the VV app, I haven't been on there for a very long time, and I think I need to check that out to see if there's any new NFTs. But anyway, this is what I put up last night, okay? Now, I don't know if I can zoom in here, but I'm just going to try and read this because it's quite small. But people who have heard of cryptocurrencies right here, look in the top right-hand corner. You can see the blue dots right there. Now, going down further, people who actually own crypto, all right, is in the green, and there is a lighter shade of green, which people who have heard of XRP, which is not a lot of people. People have no idea what the hell it is, which is really interesting as well. Then you've got people who actually own XRP, the two red dots, tiny, tiny, tiny in that corner right there. And of course, people who own 25,000 XRP or more is one dot right in that far corner right there. So basically that is indicating what the world population is right there, which is just crazy. Can you think about that for a moment? This is why we're still early and I'm not stressing about anything at the moment with these price fluctuations. Now, let's go to Coinspot. This is where I buy my cryptos in Australia, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to have a quick look at the prices here in Australian dollars. And again, I'm going to go through US dollar prices as well. But there is a referral link below for Coinspot. Please feel free to use that if you are new to cryptos in Australia. Of course, with this stuff, do your own research. And yes, all the prices you see here are in Australian dollars and everything else is set to US dollars, because I'm catering for everybody around the world and my Aussie fans. Now, Bitcoin's sitting at $41,000 today, which is down significantly from last week. Obviously, it's been 43 to 44 to 46,000 Australian dollars. And again, when I see things like this, I like to buy and dollar cost average into it because, again, it's good buying opportunities. But Ethereum's at 2,815. XRP's at 70 cents right now. And again, Bitcoin's currently trading at 27,400 at the time of recording. We've got Solana at $32 as well. Litecoin is $135. Now, this is one that I'm looking to add into the portfolio. There is a halving coming up with this one as well, which is very interesting. And I wasn't even aware that it was obviously a halving. It was basically not that far away. So we're going to go through that and have a look at it. Chainlink as well, $10. We've got XLM at 14 cents. ICP, $8. Hedera's at 9 cents as well. We also have, ladies and gentlemen, VeChain still at 3 cents. It's been like that for a while. Algorand is at 28 cents. Quant is at $169, which again is a incredible buying opportunity, in my opinion, not financial advice. Axie Infinity's at $11. Now, we have Chili's up 3.86%. Now, just having a look at my crypto bots in the Patreon, I'm still up 552% on that one, guys. So it's really doing nicely as well. Cannot complain about those kind of returns. Join the Patreon. It's linked below. I just put up literally posts now. Go check it out. It's incredible. We also have XDC at 6 cents, as well as IOTA at 30 cents and Casper at 7 cents. And what else have we got here, ladies and gentlemen? Let's have a look at some other ones that I'm very bullish on. Of course, we have Reef under a cent as well. Very bullish on DeFi. And again, the founder of Reef was actually the first person to actually call out Sam Bankman-Fried for his alleged fraudulent activities. There you go. So that just makes me love Reef even more. Now, I'm going to have a quick look at, obviously, the prices here. I'm not going to go through more, but Bitcoin's sitting at 27,000 today, USD. Obviously, XRP's at 45 cents. Come on. I mean, that's crazy. Now, I did see something on Twitter yesterday in relation to an Ethereum ICO wallet, which literally became active after like 7 years. So that money, I mean, I think it was Ethereum was priced around about 37 cents. And it's now like that $700 that was invested in US dollars is now worth $4.3 million. So around about 2,000 days invested in Ethereum. Mind blown. Anyway, the Wall Street Bull University. This is my Patreon page. I run it. There's no one else doing it. I love talking with everyone in there directly. And again, I put up all my buys, my sells, my crypto trading bots, my indicators, my strategies, the news, cool articles, and also my dividend investing, which again is how I got started on YouTube, which provides me cash flow every single month. That is growing. It's in the Patreon. Go join up. You will love it. Moving on, let's go to Crypto Bubbles and see what is occurring in the markets right now. And again, Chili's is doing quite well. 4.8 on the day and 5.8 on the month. Not too bad. 12 cents USD. Now we have Casper as well. No, this is not the other Casper. It's KASPA. 8% on the day right here, currently at 2 cents. And of course, on the month, 58 cents. Very, very bullish right there. Now we have Injective. I've seen this one a few times. 6.6 on the day and 83% on the month is actually... It's insane. 83% return in a month. Again, people in crypto don't understand. A lot of you actually do, but a lot of the newer people in this space don't understand that you would never get that kind of a return in a traditional investment. S&P 500, NASDAQ, the Russell 2000, property, real estate, just does not happen. 80% return in a month is insane. Unless you're Elon Musk, I should say Tesla. I did see some pretty crazy returns in that, but that is now dissipated, so... dissipated, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, Woo Network. Now, I do have a bot set up on that one as well in the Patreon. It's up 4.1% on the day, which is really nice, and still up 32% on the month. But anyway, I want to get into all of the news because there's a lot happening, but Coinbase has literally just filed an action against the SEC seeking clarity on crypto regulation. It's about time, and I really do believe... You know, maybe I've seen a few comments on this as well, but, you know, Judge Torres in the Ripple vs. SEC lawsuit could be waiting to see what happens to Gary Gensler. It's going to be very interesting. But anyway, so Coinbase has literally asked for answers right here. But in July 2022, Coinbase produced a petition that asked the SEC to use rulemaking process to develop guidance for companies in the crypto industry. And I bet you they didn't respond to that very well. But anyway, the current filing does not compel the SEC to comply with the petition. Rather, if the filing is successful, it will compel the SEC to accept or reject the petition, which is interesting. And Coinbase said that the SEC is required to respond to the petitions within a reasonable amount of time. And it suggested that the SEC has likely decided to reject its request, but said that the regulator had not been obviously made any public statement on the issue. Of course not. They're very secretive, aren't they? Anyway, the current filing is indirectly related to the Wells notice that Coinbase received from the SEC in March. And the notice is a sign that the SEC could soon file charges against Coinbase. And Coinbase plans to fight the SEC in court if it decides to advance. I hope they do, and I believe they will anyway. They're going to fight them. They've got the money and the backing to do it. Big money as well. Institutions are behind Coinbase. According to Coinbase, the SEC must make a statement on the matter in order to the members of public or Coinbase itself to challenge certain SEC policies. As such, Coinbase needs the SEC to answer its petition, even if the answer is no. Coinbase met with the SEC and Congress right here, and Coinbase Brian Armstrong separately tweeted that he is and his staff met with the SEC. He said that the Coinbase will continue pushing for a clear rulebook. Join the line, mate, with Brad Garlinghouse as well, and Chris Larson and David Schwartz. They're all waiting. Everyone in crypto is waiting for regulatory clarity in the United States. At least we're getting somewhere in Australia and Europe. Come on. Armstrong and his staff also met with members of Congress prior to his appointment in order to discuss related regulatory issues, including the SEC overreach, which, again, that was hilarious watching Gary Gensler absolutely get grilled by the Financial Services Committee last week. That was unbelievable. But Coinbase is one of many crypto firms that have recently been targeted by the SEC, including Kraken, Bittrex, and Ripple. There you go. Last week, the House of Republicans criticized the SEC chair, Gary Gensler, for his agency's harsh treatment of crypto industry. It's going to be very interesting what comes out of this. Now, there is obviously an update in relation to the court case as well with Ripple. Very, very bullish on this. And again, I still believe this coin is so undervalued, it's just ridiculous. But as the crypto sector is still on the edge of its seat, waiting for the judge to pass the final decision, which again may come this week sometime. And it's only based on her prior rulings in previous cases. I'm only going by what John E. Deaton, James K. Filan right here, and Jeremy Hogan have said. They're going based on what Judge Torres has ruled in the past. Anyway, let's go here. But guys, the judge to pass the final decision in the widely publicized lawsuit with Ripple and the SEC for regulatory uncertainty has already started to affect the blockchain company's business and its standing with the XRP community. Indeed, Ripple's newest product, Liquidity Hub, lacks support for XRP, causing outrage among the part of the XRP community. I'm not outraged at all. I think it's a very strategic move that they're doing right here, obviously not to get cause any issues with this court case, to be quite honest. But however, the blockchain company's general counsel, Algorand, who's a legend, by the way, explained that it was an enterprise institutional product, not retail. There you go. And that regulatory clarity was important to the enterprise customers. Of course, Bank of America is actually waiting for this court case to be over as well. Having said that, Algorand confirmed that in the future, there might still be support for the cryptocurrency, stating that we are keen to support XRP in Liquidity Hub when we can provide good customer experience. Seemingly, the lawyer was hinting at the possibility of introducing XRP after the court decision in the Ripple vs. SEC case brings more clarity into the sector. There you go. And I'm not going to go into this, but obviously we know that the SEC is basically called Securities Dash Algorand, which again, I believe that the chairman, Gary Gensler, the idiot, should be sued literally and made to stand down from his role as the chairman of the SEC because, again, he was promoting Algorand at MIT. Come on, there's videos everywhere. Anyway, you've obviously got OMG right here, Monolith, NGC right here, and of course, IHT Real Estate Protocol, which is interesting. I have no idea what the hell that is, but I'm into real estate, so I might have to check that out. Anyway, obviously, again, Ripple making plans to help 3.7 billion people. Now, this is just going into the unbanked world of finance. A lot of people in the world are unbanked. They're turned into cryptocurrencies because, again, it's a lot easier for people to become banked. Obviously, those people need to be educated on cold storage and crypto storage because, things can be risky and things can be hacked. But anyway, Bitcoin loses ground. Ether dips as, obviously, even as inflows rise right here. And Litecoin edges up with the halving cited. This is very interesting. I wasn't aware that, obviously, the Litecoin halving was occurring, to be quite honest with you. And it's very interesting. But Litecoin managed to log gains despite the overall downtrend, rising 0.76% to $87.99. And again, it's around about $100 Australian, which is interesting. And this followed a tweet from Litecoin noting that the token's third halving event is 100 days away right here, which will make the coin more scarce. Still, it has some ground to make up its lost 11% right here for the past 7 days. Keep an eye on Litecoin. I am looking at it. I did make mention of this the other day in the video, but it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with Litecoin. Now, BRICS nations, okay, again, crypto exchange Binance. Look at this. And this is interesting because a lot of nations are joining up to these BRICS, the whole thing of avoiding the US dollar, which is going to be very interesting. But crypto exchange Binance is back in Russia, lifts restrictions on Russian users right here. And the users in Russia report that they are once, obviously again, can use locally issued MasterCard and Visa cards to deposit money on the crypto exchange more than a year following the wartime prohibition on such transactions. This is not going to last. Of course, they're going to be going to crypto. What do you think is going to be happening when all these BRICS nations start using cryptocurrencies to trade in oil and commodities? It's going to be enormous. But Binance, the world's largest crypto exchange by trading volume, quietly lifted restrictions on Russian citizens and residents right here it had imposed over a year ago. In March, after the European Union placed sanctions on Russia to obviously in response to its attack on Ukraine, Binance announced it would not support deposits from Visa or MasterCards issued in Russia, as well as any Visa or MasterCards deposits made from the Russia right here, obviously in Russia. Now the restriction seems to be gone. Users can deposit rubles, euros, British pounds, and other currencies from bank cards issued in Russia, which is very interesting right here. Why would they be doing this? And it just goes to show, if you go to this as well, BRICS draws membership requests from 19 nations before the SA summit right here, which is just wild. And look at this. Obviously, you've got 19 countries expressed an interest in joining the BRICS group of nations as it prepares to hold an annual summit in South Africa. The emerging markets bloc of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa will meet in Cape Town on June 2nd and 3rd to discuss its enlargement, which is interesting. And South Africa's ambassador to the group said in an interview on the City on Monday, what we will discuss is the expansion of BRICS and modelites right here, which obviously of how it would happen. He said 13 countries have formally asked to join, and another 6 have asked informally. We're getting applications to join every day. China initiated the conversation about expansion when obviously when it was BRICS chair last year, as the world's second biggest economy tries to build a diplomatic clout to counter the dominance of the developed countries in the United Nations, which is full on. The proposed enlargement triggered obviously concern among other members that the influence will be diluted, especially if Beijing's close allies are admitted right here. China's gross domestic product, or GDP right here, is more than twice the size of all 4 other BRICS members combined. And the foreign ministers of 5 states have all confirmed that they will attend the discussions in June. Something big's coming with this, guys. It's absolutely wild. Now, I just want to point out some fun here with Gary Gensler, but I'm just going to read the title of this article. But Republicans in the United States to move to take regulatory power over stablecoins from Gary Gensler. And a new payment stablecoin legislation right here would hand authority from the SEC to the federal and state bank and credit union regulators. And the SEC's assertion over stablecoins may also be at odds with the fellow Biden administration officials. Good. I hope they take everything away from him because he's an absolute lunatic. I'm sorry, it's true. Obviously, we've got institutional investors also shifting, to Ethereum following the Chappella upgrade, which is really cool as well. I mean, who doesn't want to stake and earn interest on their money? Of course there is. But let me get rid of these pop-ups. Obviously, you've got CoinShares says institutional investors are diving into leading smart contract platform Ethereum after its successful Chappella upgrade. In its latest digital asset fund flows weekly report, CoinShares finds that institutional Ethereum investment products saw an inflows of $17 million last week, a sign that investors are bullishness, according to the firm right here. And Ethereum saw inflows of totaling $17 million last week, suggesting that there is increasing confidence among investors following the implementation of the Chappella upgrade. And again, it's generating some pretty good profits right now. The profit taking was forced on Bitcoin, which is in the prior 4 weeks had seen a run of inflows totaling $310 million right here. But the last week saw outflows of $53 million. Very minor inflows were seen in short Bitcoin, 1.5 million. So again, a lot of people are starting to buy Ethereum, which again could see the price drive, a lot higher than what it is at the moment. And again, this is just what I'm trying to say here, but US banking crisis triggered $68 billion in outflows from global financial giant right here. And the bank, or obviously Credit Suisse, told Reuters that over 61 billion Swiss francs right here, which is just crazy in assets, left the bank in Q1 of this year, and that those outflows are growing by the day. And I wouldn't be so, how can I say this? I wouldn't, put it past these banks that this is all happening around the world anyway. So again, everyone's going to be turning into cryptocurrencies for sure. And again, 100 days left until Litecoin's third halving right here, what you need to know. And again, Litecoin's third halving is officially 100 days away, with the event expected to occur on August 2nd, month of my birthday. How good is that right now? I blocked 2.5 million. However, the date may change due to the network's hash rate fluctuations. And the halving is a mechanism which rewards the crypto miners received for validating transactions on the blockchain are cut in half. Pretty much the same thing as Bitcoin as well. So again, Litecoin, keep an eye on it. It might do something with the price. We don't know just yet. Let's go to cryptometer.io and see where the money's been flowing. We've got XRP, which is nice. We have Chiz, XMR Monero. That is like popping its head up a lot. We've got Ethereum, and of course we've got Bitcoin. That is a given. And Hedera. Very, very nice right here. Now, let's go to crypto Twitter, ladies and gentlemen, at the Wall Street Bull Oz. Now, there's a lot happening with Fox Business. And again, Fox News Network right here. We've got Tucker Carlson leaving. I'm very bullish on his show. I think he tells the truth. But anyway, I'm at the Wall Street Bull Oz. Go follow me on the air. I will be giving this bull ring away when I hit 100,000 subs on YouTube. That's going to be awesome. Elon Musk generates $100,000 USD monthly from his 24,700 Twitter subscribers. That is insane. $100,000 a month. Anyway, moving on. 19 new countries just submitted membership for requesting to join BRICS nations right here. And again, this is what I mean. I think a lot of people are going to be obviously moving to cryptocurrencies. And again, you've got Brian Armstrong right here. The SEC is going down, in my opinion. But anyway, today we filed a narrow action in the United States Circuit Court right here to compel the SEC to respond yes or no to a rulemaking petition we filed with them last July, asking them to provide regulatory guidance for the crypto industry. It ain't going to happen. They're not going to do it. This is just what Gary Gensler is like. Look at him in that Financial Services Committee hearing right here. He literally bounced around questions like crazy. And the SEC is required by law to respond to the petitions within a reasonable time. But they have not yet responded to our petition from the last July, which is why we filed our action in the court today. Very, very good right here. Now, we've got the Fear and Greed Index. It's sitting at 53 right now. It is neutral, which is nice. Jeremy Hogan on this whole Coinbase thing right here. The best defense is a good defense. Coinbase versus the SEC. Apparently, Coinbase wasn't going to just sit around and wait for the inevitable lawsuit from the SEC. Good. I'm glad they've taken action right here. Indonesia is joining the BRICS nations again for the de-dollarization right here, leading the shifting, obviously the shift away from the US dollar, which is going to be very interesting to see that right now. Here is an interview with Michael Saylor. Let's have a quick listen to this on Tucker Carlson. I'm very bullish on this. Have a listen to it.
Everyone's following this. The whole point of Bitcoin is to escape the inflation vortex that has consumed all these previous empires.
The point of Bitcoin is to fix the money. And money is energy, and energy is life. And if I keep sucking the energy out of the economy, I'm sucking the oxygen out of your system. Either under the best case, you perform poorly. Under the worst case, I suffocate you to death or freeze you to death. That's the problem. That's why empires collapse. That's why economies collapse. And the problem is, it's not just a problem for an individual. It's not just a problem for a family. It's a problem for every institution. It's a problem for every company. It's a problem for every city, every municipality, every government, every civilization.
Well, he's got a point there. He definitely does have a point there right here. Now, again, Ran Neuron right here. Thank you for this tweet. But sell in May. Actually, the data from the crypto says otherwise. If you look at the returns from June, September, for the last 11 years, 6 would be better off selling and 5 not. But obviously, in the 5 up years, the upswing is way more aggressive than the drawdowns right here. And that's true. Conclusion, do not sell in May. And I've been seeing a lot of this going around as well online. Do not sell in May. I'm not selling my Bitcoin or anything at the moment because, again, we're still very, very early right here in the crypto space. And, of course, thank you, Emily, right here for this tweet. But XRP's faster than Usain Bolt. That's very bullish. You've got a former US Congresswoman right here, Tulsi Gabbard, to speak at the Bitcoin 2023 conference in Miami. That would be incredible to see that. And Warren Davidson, my favorite congressman right now on the SEC. Have a quick listen to this and we'll end up on this.
Well, let's get right into this. This is a very bold proposal. Now, Gary Gensler is not very popular within the cryptocurrency community, but you are making a much bolder statement. You are saying he has a record of failures. Can you just outline for us in sort of the most objective way, what are these failures that you are pointing to?
Yeah, I think Gensler's failures highlight this. There's a structural problem. There's a Gary Gensler problem, but there's also a structural problem with the Securities and Exchange Commission. And really, you go back years ago, they went to a strong chairman. The original structure was the commission. And so he's front running the entire market, whether it's Congress, the House, the Senate, Treasury, the CFTC, and it's all to try to gain jurisdiction. And instead of acknowledging that he needs to work with Congress to get clarity for digital assets, I've called it like similar to Hotel California, not the exact lyric, but you can check in with the SEC, but you can never leave.
I love that. I'm just saying I love that. I love the Eagles, by the way. That's a great song, Hotel California. Just go and have a listen to it. Anyway, guys, I'm going to move to CoinMarketCap. And again, I've just gone through this briefly. And I put up my top altcoins in the portfolio literally every morning when I'm having my coffee. So go join up. That's really, really bullish. Where my money's going, ladies and gentlemen, it's not financial advice, of course, but is the banking coins. And I know, and like all of these coins and projects are working with governments and institutions around the world. It's an absolute no-brainer in my opinion. But Ethereum XRP, of course. Now, obviously, I want more Quant. That is a given. And Casper, very undervalued in my opinion still, ladies and gentlemen, at 4 cents USD. It's absolutely insane. And obviously, XRP, we are all waiting eagerly. And a lot of people are getting frustrated with this. I know, but you have to remain positive and optimistic. Again, I honestly believe that the judge will see that Gary Gensler's behavior has been utterly ridiculous. and a gross overreach of power, and I think she will have some common sense. Based on what she's done in the past, she's actually been pretty good from the, dealing with the US regulators. So it's going to be very interesting. But anyway, that is it for today's video, guys. Thank you very much. I will speak to everyone tomorrow. Make sure you join the Patreon. I did put up some things just now, literally before filming, and I will speak to everyone in the comments and the community tab. Stay safe. Have a good night. I'll speak to everyone soon. Peace out. Bye.